Hello, beautiful and exotic women of the world. I don't know about y'all, but in 2024, we are avoiding pick me women like the plague. I recently got a comment of a woman who came under my video where I was talking about self hating men and a little bit about my abuse story. And she had the nerve to call my content shallow and say that the conversation was vapid. But these are the same women that would sit up and deal with narcissistic, abusive men just to say that they have a man. See, these types of women don't care that you are a woman just like them. You have feelings. You go through things. What they care about is being chosen. And so when I see a woman comment under another woman's story who is being vulnerable about abuse and things that they've gone through, and you have the audacity to try to cape for a man who you know nothing about, who you don't know, and try to counter my argument by saying that my content is shallow, speaks to your character. And it lets me know that you probably have subjected yourself to abuse by somebody and don't even know it because you probably like it there. You probably enjoy being the second option, the side piece, the side dish. And that's why you don't like me talking about narcissistic men, because you are probably somewhere settling with one. But today we are going to discuss something that is happening in social media that deals with pick me women on a larger scale. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with what's going on in TikTok land, but Fannita has been crashing out. Fannita has been losing her mind. Fannita has been losing her marbles. And if you don't know who Fannita is, she is a Black YouTuber. She has a podcast and she also is a online personality. She comes on TikTok and does a lot of videos and she's very funny. And because she is funny and loud and rambunctious on social media, she has garnered a following, a large following, and people have flocked to her page for many different reasons. But a few years back, Fenita was overweight and has recently undergone surgeries upon surgeries upon surgeries to lose weight and has been coming online basically spiraling and going through a psychotic break because she is not getting the same opportunities as the women who she has been clearly secretly competing with and who she has idolized and who she has pedestalized over herself, who just so happen to be light skinned and white. She has been comparing herself publicly to Alex Earl, who is a influencer and content creator on TikTok, and she has come for the necks of many Black women, including a light-skinned woman named Mecca, who is also a content creator on TikTok as well, who is very successful and who has been given opportunities as well. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I want to talk about the culture of pick-me women within the Black community and how they like to come for women who don't look like them, and they use these differences as a reason to hate these women and also use it as a crutch as to why they can't get ahead or why they aren't successful in certain spaces. And I want to talk about why pick me women are a danger to beautiful and exotic women. Now, the reason why we're using Fannita in this case study today is because she was recently found after spiraling and coming for multiple women who are content creators on TikTok and complaining about not being accepted in white spaces, not being able to go on brand trips and getting brand deals from companies that are led and owned by white people. She then, like a true pick-me hypocrite, came on social media trying to kiss a white boy, and he was viciously trying to avoid that kiss that whole video, and she embarrassed herself. And the video went viral, of course, because just a few seconds ago, she was complaining about white people and she was coming for Alex Earl, who is a very well-known white creator. Instead of her to realize that she is not wanted in a space and to take note of that and remove herself and be okay with that, because not all of us are going to be accepted in spaces that weren't made for us, she decided to have a complete mental breakdown, and she's also trying to garner love and affection from a man from that community. And it's like, girl, you're not being chose across the board. Remove yourself and uplift yourself in your own space. Stop coming on social media begging people from another community who have historically hated you to accept you. And the problem with these women is they are professional victims. So instead of them to read the room and realize that they need to remove themselves from a situation and pedestalize themselves in their own spaces, they will berate the people who don't want them in the space and then try to come for women who may benefit from being in some of those spaces, like light-skinned women like Mecca. Mecca is a very popular social media content creator, and for some reason she caught a stray bullet in this whole fiasco because Fenita's having a meltdown and feels like Mecca gets opportunities with white companies and she's hardly black and this and the other. And it's just reaching. It's the absurd and astronomical reaching for me. And the reason why pick-me women are dangerous is because they can't regulate their emotions, and they also can't take enough time to evaluate the things that they're doing and to see where they have gone wrong. They like to make other people the issue. They like to make you the issue. So you could just be chilling, minding your business. Yeah, we're all in the same community. We're all from the black community, but maybe I'm lighter than you, or maybe I have a different hair texture from you, or maybe we don't look the same, whatever the case may be. And it's so crazy because I just did a video about this yesterday where I had a friend who was secretly envious and jealous of me, and she thought that by losing an insane, unhealthy amount of weight would allow her to hold the candlelight to me, and she began competing with me and treating me very poorly. And what Fannita has done is she's went and lost a lot of weight due to surgeries, and great for her. I mean, there's nothing wrong with losing weight. I think that's a good thing to do. But the reason why it's harmful when these types of women do it is because they're doing it with a vendetta. She even said in one of her videos that she was waiting to lose weight because she remembered all the people that treated her badly, all the people that talked about her, and she was coming for blood. She was coming for the jugular once she lost the weight, and she was going to light everybody up and tell everyone about themselves and come for every opportunity that was taken from her, all to find out that her blackness is really what has been keeping her out of those spaces. Not you being overweight, not you looking a certain way when it comes to your weight. It was your blackness before anything. And it's crazy to see how she is coming to terms with the fact that she's black now, and that's why she's crashing out. That's why she's having this big outburst. And just like the girl that I had to cut off, she started to treat me different once she lost weight. She thought that, okay, she sat back and watched me and studied me our entire friendship and thought, okay, once I lose this weight, I'm going to show her. I'm going to get all the guys. I'm going to show off. I'm going to start treating her like shit. And it's like, girl, that's not what it means to be slim. That's not what it means to be healthy and to look good. I'm sorry that you thought that you losing weight was going to mean that you could actually compete with me, but sorry to break it to you, sweetie, you cannot. And I think that's what people like Fannita and like my old friend have to come to terms with, is the fact that them losing weight or them changing something about their body or anyone doing anything to change their appearance is not going to guarantee a spot somewhere. It's not going to guarantee you getting to skip the line or getting preferential treatment. It doesn't guarantee anything because there are other things that play into you getting opportunities or you getting preferential treatment or you getting treated well or you having the best possible outcomes in life. It's not always about the thing you're insecure about. And these people tend to be pick-me's. They tend to be women who have zero backbone. They do things for the male gaze and for the male gaze only, not to make themselves feel better. It's all about getting chosen and it's all about getting picked. And when they don't get picked, they go into psychosis and they have these crazy outbursts like Fenita's having because they're not getting their way. They went through all this trouble and fantasized about how they would shit on everyone who ever talked about them or anyone who was prettier than them or got more opportunities than them. And she also went on to say in her rant that she would buy anything that we buy, that she will do everything that we do. She'll sleep with our fathers. If we have boyfriends, she'll take our boyfriends. This just goes to show that a lot of pick-me women are bullies. Pick-me women will do things at the expense of you. They will do anything to get something. And if that means throwing you under the bus, if that means removing you from the token or pole position so that they can take it, they will do that because it means that they were chosen over you. It's not about them getting chosen in general. It's about how can I get chosen over someone else. I think the thing that makes this story scary is that this girl was overweight. She wasn't in the place that she wanted to be body-wise. So she went through all of these life-threatening surgeries to change her body. And the second that she came off of that operating table, her mask dropped. Her mask dropped off and we were able to see the true her true colors showed. And now we're seeing who is the real mean girl, who really has the real serious issues. And this is something that I want to scream to the top of my lungs on a hill in front of the world, is that it's not the pretty girls that you guys need to worry about. It's the people who aren't being looked at in that way or who are overlooked, who, when they get the opportunity to, will try to shit on everyone. And you will find out that they were the mean girl the whole time. They were the mean girl all along. They were the bully all along. No one is denying that this girl may have been picked on in her life before. We all have. That doesn't mean you turn into the villain. That doesn't mean you turn into what used to try to destroy you. And this is why they're a danger, because they are hiding in plain sight. You think they're your friend, you think they're cool. The whole time they are harboring nasty negative feelings toward their own women in their community, especially women who don't look like them, exoticals within the community, and women outside of the community who are non-Black. So ladies, let me know your thoughts on this. I am so baffled at what I've been seeing on social media, and it's not over. This is just the beginning, because people like this don't quit. So let me know if you've ever experienced someone like Fannita who thought that they could compete with you, but then quickly had to come to the realization that they couldn't, and when they realized that they couldn't, they decided to attack you. You were brought into drama that you had nothing to do with. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll also be leaving my email in the description box so you can share any stories you have with me there as well. Have a lovely day, ladies.